In this video, we will look at dark tales from the golden age of Hollywood, starting with the Black Dahlia murder, which remains one of the most infamous and grisly unsolved crimes in American history. The case revolves around the mysterious death of Elizabeth Short, who posthumously acquired the nickname the Black Dahlia. The case has gained notoriety not only because of the nature of the crime, but also due to the context. A young woman seeking fame in the golden era of Hollywood. Elizabeth Short was born in 1924 in Massachusetts. She later moved to California, like many, with hopes of a career in acting. The nickname Black Dahlia is believed to be posthumous, attributed to her for her striking black hair and a preference for black clothing. Some accounts suggest local media coined the name by merging her distinct appearance with the title of a then-popular film noir, The Blue Dahlia. Things took a dark turn when on January 15, 1947, a mother walking with her child stumbled upon Short's body in a vacant lot in Limert Park, Los Angeles. The sight was chilling. Short's body was severed at the waist, entirely drained of blood, and her face had been slashed from the corners of her mouth up towards her ears, a cut that became infamously known as the Glasgow Smile. The body appeared to have been posed, showcasing the sadistic nature of the crime. The murder became an immediate sensation, with newspapers avidly covering every development in the case. The media's fascination, combined with the graphic nature of the crime and Short's aspirations in Hollywood, made it a story of national interest. Sensationalist reports, often riddled with inaccuracies, further muddled the investigation. Law enforcement agencies pursued an exhaustive investigation. Over the course of the inquiry, they interviewed more than 150 men, with each being eventually cleared of the crime. The lack of concrete leads or evidence made the investigation challenging. Elizabeth's life in the months leading up to her death was closely scrutinized, leading to several theories about potential suspects, including jealous lovers or even acquaintances from the many nightclubs she frequented. Although there are rumors about what happened, there was no concrete evidence, and it's one of the cases we will never know the ending to. Number 2, secret sex parties at the Garden of Alla. When actors wanted to indulge their hedonistic sides, there were many places in Hollywood which would cater to their desires. However, few were more notorious in their day than the Garden of Alla. The place started out as a lavish mansion on Sunset Boulevard called Havenhurst. Its owner, William H. Hay, sold it to Russian actress Alla Nazimova. Although married, Nazimova had numerous affairs with women, and the newly dubbed Garden of Alla became known as one of the few places in Hollywood where stars could express their sexuality openly. Notorious for its outlandish sex parties, the garden was now a place where all Hollywood stars could indulge their vices in privacy, away from the public and reporters. Marlene Dietrich, Humphrey Bogart, Errol Flynn, Orson Welles, Laurence Olivier were all frequent visitors to the garden. To give you an anecdote about the kind of debauchery that went on in the garden, publicist Bernie Woods told a story about an encounter between two prominent celebrities at the garden. One, wanting to assert his popularity and prominence over the other, orchestrated a bold display and brought out of his bedroom two naked women with their pubic hair cut to spell his initials. Number 3, Joan Crawford's adult film. Joan Crawford, though having secured her status in old Hollywood with a flourishing career, had her off-screen endeavors drawing equal, if not more, attention. A noted adversary of another cinematic legend, Bette Davis, Crawford also had an executive stint as chairman of the board for the Pepsi-Cola company until she was forced to retire. Her daughter, Christina, also accused her of being an oppressive parent, adding a tint of infamy to her personality. Moreover, the rumor mill spun tales of Crawford's appearance in an adult film before she rose to fame. Such explicit content from that era was known as stag films, and if rumors are to be believed, someone was using the film as blackmail material against Crawford. It got so bad that Crawford got MGM involved, and the studio sent its fixers to obtain and destroy every copy, while keeping one copy for leverage against Crawford. The most substantial claim, validating the film's existence, was made by Crawford's first spouse, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., who disclosed to Crawford biographer Charlotte Chandler that Joan had mentioned the film before their marriage. Nonetheless, Fairbanks confessed to never witnessing the film himself and detailed Joan's persistent hesitancy to discuss it. Number 4. A mother's secret. This is an especially dark one and truly goes to show how ruthless and heinous Hollywood was at the time. Having children outside of wedlock was strictly taboo in Hollywood, leading many movie studios to coerce their starlets to have abortions. However, actress Loretta Young chose to proceed with her pregnancy and gave birth to Judy Lewis in 1935. To maintain discretion, Young pretended to take a vacation to England for the birth. Subsequently, she placed her daughter Judy in an orphanage, only to later adopt her own daughter officially. Judy's father was none other than the legendary Clark Gable, although she didn't know this while he was still alive. She was in her 30s when she finally confronted her mother, who admitted it. Afterward, Judy discovered that while she was kept in the dark, her father's identity was an open secret in Hollywood. Such was the vicious control of the studios in the nascent years of Hollywood that any executive could force abortions at the stroke of their pen. Jean Harlow, Judy Garland, and Bette Davis, alongside countless others, are believed to be among those who suffered under this oppressive and exploitative system. Number 5. Hollywood and Hitler. Hollywood has often modified or entirely redone scenes to tailor movies for specific international markets. Today, such changes are commonly seen in movies intended for the Chinese audience. However, during the 1930s, films were frequently adapted to appease Nazi Germany. A crucial market outside of the US. Recent literature has highlighted these historical ties, with a notable critique from Harvard academic Ben Irwand. He asserted that Hollywood often painted the Nazis in a neutral or even positive manner while downplaying the contributions of Jewish actors and staff. Georg Gissling, a German diplomat stationed in Los Angeles, played a significant role in this. Known as Hitler's Hollywood representative, he warned American studios that distributing any anti-German film could result in a blanket ban of their films in Germany. Joseph Breen, responsible for implementing the Hays Code and a known anti-Semite, supported Gissling's efforts. One of the first movies to undergo such modifications was the 1930 war film All Quiet on the Western Front, adjusted under the guidance of Universal Studios chief Karl Laemmle to portray Germans in a more valiant light. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to give us a like and subscribe for more videos like these. Until next time.